From our Center for the Arts studio, this is your Ashland University Eagle News Update. I'm Zack.
And I'm Chelsi Howman. Thanks for joining us.
On February 8th, some Ashland University students stayed up till dawn for a good cause. AUTV-20's Kate Lentz has the story.
This event took place in the Rec Center from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Teams of 6 were required to raise money prior to the event to participate in team challenges throughout the night.
I'm a new member of Theta Phi Alpha on campus, and for our philanthropy we decided to form teams and participate in Up Till Dawn.
I got involved with a group of friends who had saw an ad for it, and we all kind of looked at each other and just said, oh, this will be fun, let's do this.
As a child, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was put on an experimental regimen that was founded at St. Jude's by the researchers, and it ended up saving my life. So St. Jude's means everything to me.
This is the first time that AU has hosted an all-night event for St. Jude's.
This event shows that Ashland truly cares about philanthropy and really wants to help the community at large. And obviously we do have a lot of cancer survivors on campus, especially childhood, so it really does show our passion for giving back to others.
I love St. Jude because of what we offer our patients. No patient ever receives a bill for anything, and that's food, that's travel, that's housing, lodging, you name it. Anything that you can think of, St. Jude covers. So these events that we do really do make a difference.
Since the event, the organization has raised over $16,000 here at Ashland for the hospital. Donations for St. Jude's will be accepted through April 10th.
Prominent figures on the AU campus spent the afternoon in jail, all for a good cause.
We first started out by contacting prominent figures on campus, so we emailed the presidents of different organizations. I know we have all of the presidents from the fraternities and sororities involved this year. We contacted some faculty. This year we were going for a more interactive take on it, so we introduced things like Twitter, and we're having people tweet at us to kind of make it more educational, and knowing that 3 hours of our time has raised over $700 for women's cardiac care, which is really awesome.
The Alpha Phi sorority hosted their annual bailout event to raise money for women's cardiac health. The bailout is held every year during February because it is Heart Health Month. This year, Alpha Phi raised more than $1,000.
Food and fashion were a big hit on the AU campus. AUTV-20's Kristen Yenny has the story.
Ashland University's food show took place in Upper Convo earlier this month. Fred Geib, the general manager of dining operations at Ashland University, says Ashland has been putting on a food show for about 18 years.
Students about this time of year saying, I'm tired of the same old, even though I see the same people in the exact line every single day eating grilled cheese on Fridays, I know it gets monotonous.
Students did not have to pay extra for this event. They were able to attend by just using a meal swipe when they walked in.
As you can see behind me, Ashland University students are presented with a variety of foods to choose from.
Buffet tables line the edges of the room with an assortment of foods from different vendors.
Well, I just tried the smoked turkey as well as a braised pork loin, which were good. And I've also got a roll here, which is pretty delicious. But I haven't made my way all the way around everything yet, so I'm still searching.
I'm about to try the divine macaroni and cheese, which I am proud of. I just got done having some wonderful breaded chicken.
Well, I tried some of the chicken and waffle bites that were pretty tasty, and one of the pulled pork sandwiches was pretty good, but I don't really try too much else, maybe some of the desserts.
Models strutted down the runway modeling bookstore apparel such as t-shirts, tank tops, and sweatpants that would be available in the fall. The Fashion Studio 1 students created capes, which were also modeled in the show as well. They were donated to Peyton Manning's Cape for Kids service project. The food show overall seemed to be a hit with many students, including Juliana Ritz.
I think it's a good opportunity for students to have a choice in what they eat in Convo and other places, and it's kind of fun, something different to do, a break in the week.
For AUTV-20, I'm Kristen Yenny.
Man's best friend made a visit to the Student Center for Valentine's Day.
I love dogs, and I am a firm believer in adopting from shelters rather than getting from breeders, because shelters really need to, get rid of dogs.
AU Gives held a puppy love hugging booth on Thursday, February 13th in the Student Center. For 2 hours, students and faculty had the opportunity to bond with Miley and Minx from the Ashland County Dog Shelter. The local dog shelter was also accepting donations and trying to raise awareness about adopting shelter pets.
For more Ashland University news and sports, don't forget to check out the Collegian at www.ashlandcollegian.com and the new WRDL 88.9 FM.
That's it for this Eagle News Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chelsi Howman.
And I'm Zack Lemon. Have a great day.